You're watching the Piedmont News Channel.
A suspected shoplifter takes more than merchandise. He abducts an elderly woman in High Point.
I'm Lisa Blagan in Coolamy, where a town is pulling together, trying to salvage what they can after a fire destroyed part of the elementary school.
And you have what it takes to do this? Put on your suit for Baywatch audition.
Now, tonight's top stories and your weather and sports. This is the 10 o'clock news.
A suspected shoplifter abducted an elderly woman in High Point late this afternoon. Good evening, I'm Kent Bates.
And I'm Kim Gennardo. Now, the manhunt is still going on 6 hours later. It all started on a pharmacy here on Westchester Drive in High Point. Revco employees chased a young man after he set off the store's shoplifting alarm. High Point police say the suspect outran everyone and ended up forcing his way into a white car driven by an elderly woman.
Whether that was by jumping out in front of the car or whatever, he made her stop. And also, from what we've been told, he forced her to drive.
The suspected kidnapper is a black man, 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing around 155 to 160 pounds, and he was last seen wearing purple shorts and a blue and white shirt. Now, if you've seen anyone who fits this description, please call your local police. On to another subject now. There won't be any class tomorrow for students at Coolamy Elementary School. School's out because of a fire that burned 3 classrooms. Lisa Blagan reports on all the problems the mess is causing for teachers there. It's hard to believe that anyone could learn anything in this filthy room, so volunteers are moving everything outside while trying to clean the inside.
When I first saw it, I couldn't believe it. I sort of imagined what it would be like, but I could not imagine really what it would be like when I first got here. And it's real devastating, I think, to be going through all these children's things, and they're losing a lot of things of their own.
The fire gutted 3 classrooms. Whatever didn't burn is covered with soot.
Authorities say the fire started here in this corner where there used to be a bookcase. Now, here's what tipped them off that there's a problem. Over here on this wall is a motion detector, and it went off. But authorities won't say if they believe that was because there was a person in the room or because of the motion of the fire.
The worst damage is in Tara Lowry's 2nd grade classroom. She says it's best her kids don't see this mess.
For some of them, school is the most stable environment they have, and I would like for them to come back and for it to be as normal as it could be.
Volunteers are salvaging what they can. Books need to be wiped down page by page. It's hard to know what to toss and what to keep, but lots of people are helping.
The community response has been tremendous, from people stopping as they drive by the school to say, how can I help?
Alan English stopped by because he went to 2nd grade here.
I've always thought this school is a really good school, and the teachers here have been real caring and dedicated to their work.
Still, everyone wonders when this part of the school will be back to normal.
I don't anticipate that being until after Christmas, really. I mean, we've got a lot of work ahead of us.
And a lot of community support behind them. In Coolamy, Lisa Blagan, Fox 8, the Piedmont News Channel. And once again, classes are canceled for tomorrow at Coolamy Elementary School, but class will go on as scheduled for the rest of the schools in Davie County.
With Halloween just around the corner, everyone around the state wants to make sure our kids are safe as they're trick-or-treating. Even the Craven Regional Airport in New Bern will be working X-raying Halloween candy to make sure there is nothing hiding inside. Airport officials really don't expect any problems. They just want to do what they can to ensure the safety. Back in the Triad, a safe Halloween event was very popular once again this year. It's called Goulash, when ghouls and witches and other characters compete for the prize of best dressed. Look, Eric Chilton, Jay Sherling, they were dressed up as well. We just don't know what they were dressed as. They introduced dozens of little goblins. It's hard to really tell who's wearing a costume and who's not.
Does anyone know where Batman is?
And it's not just a kids event with kiddie prizes. The winner of the 18 and older category got 2 round-trip tickets anywhere in the U.S. That person was dressed like Whoopi Goldberg.
And if you still don't know where you plan to have some fun this Halloween, we'll give you some ideas. We've set up a Halloween hotline to steer you in the scariest direction for some fun. If you live in High Point, all you need to do is call us here at the station at 821-1278. For Winston-Salem, 761-5000, and you need to punch in the code 8001. In Greensboro, just call us here at 299-2525. also punching in that same code, 8001. Of course, we'll update that list of events as we get more information. So the big question tonight, what do you think Eric was trying to be? Himself?
That is a scary idea, isn't it, Eric?
That's worse than any costume I can think of. They're mostly clear tonight. 55 degrees will be our overnight low. And tomorrow we're going to be unusually warm again, just like today. 78 will be our high temperature tomorrow. Partly cloudy skies with about 20% chance of a stray shower. I'll have the rest of the forecast for you in just a minute. Thanks, Eric. Well, a woman's story about being abducted and raped isn't true. Rowan County Sheriff's deputies say she made it all up. As we reported last night, the woman told the police she had been carjacked at a grocery store in Gibsonville, forced to drive on to Charlotte, and then raped in Rowan County. Police spent much of yesterday looking for that suspect. Deputies determined today that she lied and made up the entire story. Deputies will talk to the district attorney tomorrow to decide whether or not to file any charges against her. State troopers now say alcohol was a factor in an accident that left a Thomasville man dead this weekend. This happened Friday night on Highway 150 just north of Gibsonville. 43-year-old Richard Gobble was driving his car when another car crossed the center line and hit him head on. The driver of the other car, Tommy Martin, now faces charges of driving while impaired. One person is dead and another still in the hospital after a motorcycle accident that happened last night in Winston-Salem. It happened at the intersection of Fairchild Hills Road and 25th Street. Police say the two were not wearing helmets, doing double the speed limit on an off-road bike when they slammed into a taxi cab. One man died at the scene. Gregory Williams III is in critical condition in the hospital. No one in the cab got hurt. Medical examiners in Chapel Hill spent the day trying to figure out if a woman buried in a Caldwell County man's backyard was really a missing woman from Maryland. Police discovered email messages on the missing woman's computer showing that she had planned a trip to Caldwell County. That trip was to meet Robert Glass, a man she met on the internet. Caldwell County deputies found the woman's body in a shallow grave outside of his home last week and arrested Glass on Friday. The count, 1 dead, 18 wounded. It's been a year since that deadly shooting spree at Fort Bragg. William Kreutzer fired at other soldiers during morning exercises, hitting 19 soldiers. Today, family and friends remembered Stephen Badger, the only soldier who died in that attack. A jury found Kreutzer guilty of murder and assault. He's on death row at Fort Leavenworth, Kansas. It's still a celebration in New York, and everyone's clamoring for T-shirts to brag that the Yankees are world champs once again. For the 23rd time in history, the Yanks won the series, finishing off the Atlanta Braves in 6 games last night. This T-shirt company's already printed 40,000 of those brag shirts. They expect to print another 40,000 by tomorrow morning. But you know what? That's old news by now. It's Sunday. Sunday means football, and it also means another NASCAR race. As for the Panthers, it was a tough week out there on the road. Rich Brenner joins us from the newsroom now. Rich, the Panthers, they definitely want to flight home.
No doubt about that. The Panthers have had their problems on the road in their 2-year history. They're only 3 up and 9 down on the road. But speaking of road and losing skids in Winston Cup racing, Petty Enterprises, the winningest team in Winston Cup history, today officially ended a 12-plus year string of non-victories when Bobby Hamilton won the Duraloop 500 at Phoenix, Mark Martin and Derek Cope getting together there. Jeff Bodine having a strong run today, taking the lead, and then on lap 196, Terry Labonte, who's now got a 47-point lead over Jeff Gordon. He takes the lead. Jeff Bodine got it back after not pitting on a caution, though, and then Bobby Hamilton, late in the race, 30 laps to go, passes Bodine. Bobby Hamilton goes on to his victory. Terry Labonte, all he has to do is finish 8th in the last race at Atlanta in 2 weeks. He wins the championship. That is in 2 weeks, the Napa 500 in Atlanta. Now, we'll talk Panthers football as we watch the happy Richard Petty crew there. They came out on the little end of a 20-9 score up in Philadelphia today. Ty Detmer to Jason Dunn. Philly up 14-0. Eric Davis, though, puts the Panthers in a position right here with the interception. But you know something? They can't score. They got to settle for a John Casey 29-yard field goal. That makes the score 17-9 at the time. And then, middle of the 4th quarter, Panthers driving. Remember, there's a 2-point conversion in the pros now, so they could have conceivably tied, well, not there, though, because they were trailing 20-9. But Kerry Collins fumbles, and that does away with any chances the Panthers have coming back and winning this football game. We'll be talking about this quite a bit on Rich Brenner Sports Sunday. Also, ACC Operation Basketball. The ACC basketball season, believe it or not, starts in less than 3 weeks, or at least the teams get in action.
That's going to be exciting, too. Thanks, Rich.
We look forward to the show, Rich. Thanks. Well, it's a tradition for many families around Halloween. Carving this giant pumpkin, there it is, could take a while, but just how big is it? That's still ahead.
Many of them come from many miles by donkey, by boat, just for the opportunity.
And doctors from here in the United States hope to give them that opportunity. The opportunity to smile. That's next as the 10 o'clock news continues.
I thought we'd take this Chevy S-Series for a little spin. Oh, man, no key. Well, I guess we'll just have to pretend we're driving it. Well, here we go. Riding along in a truck that's got the Best Buy written all over it. It's got standard airbags, stereo, anti-lock brakes. Oh, squirrel! Whew. Plus, the best part is, with all this, the new Chevy S-Series is just $189 a month. So see your Carolina Chevy Geo dealer today.
Uh-oh, pothole. Wow, that seems so real.
In 1986, Harvey Gantt used his minority status to purchase interest in a TV station under false pretense. Gantt's investment, $679. Weeks later, he and his partners sold the station to a white-owned corporation, making millions. In 1994, Gantt used his minority status again to get preferential treatment on public school contracts. Now, Gantt is running dishonest TV ads to smear Jesse Helms on Medicare. Shady business deals, corrupting the process. Harvey Gantt's record.
Let us take you to a beautifully uncomplicated world. A world without barriers, where you're free to go wherever you please. With your local Sprint company, you can move past the barriers of different technologies and create a seamless flow for all of your voice, video, and data communications. What lies ahead is really quite exciting.
Here's where it gets easier.
How can the Home Depot help you?
We have people there who can give you ideas. Everybody's friendly, helpful.
Mrs. Smith, how are you today? Fine, how are you, Rick?
Can I direct you somewhere else? Can I take you to another department? When you come into Home Depot with one idea, you walk out with 2 or 3 ideas.
Come on in. Call us. We'll help you.
All you have to do is ask.
The Home Depot, where low prices are just the beginning. Beautify your kitchen with Mills Pride cabinets. There's several models and styles at the guaranteed low price every day at the Home Depot. The 4:58 a.m. is usually deserted, except Fridays there's a crowd.
How are you?
Good. Friday's free?
You bet. There's small business customers who've switched to Sprint and get long distance on Fridays free, even calling cards and faxes.
How about these free Fridays?
Works for me.
And they get low flat rates the rest of the week to stay competitive. So don't get left behind. Help your business do more business with Fridays free. Call 1-800-598-5000. Call Sprint Business.
Smile. You've heard the name of that organization many times here on Fox 8, Operation Smile, but do you know what it does?
The volunteers of Operation Smile change the lives of people with facial and limb deformities. But instead of just telling you about it, we're going to show you. Cynthia Smoot recently traveled from North Carolina with the team from the Triad to South America, to Ecuador, in the town of Santo Domingo, to see firsthand the gift of a smile.
We'll check them all right here and make sure they're okay for surgery.
It's screening day for the Operation Smile team. A room full of people have come to see the American doctors to see if they can be helped. Parents pray their child is chosen. Sometimes emotions run high.
The doctors of Operation Smile would love to help everyone who's here, but that won't be possible. In some cases, the problem's too severe, the surgery too complex, or the danger to the patient's too high. Saying no is the hardest thing they have to do.
Many of them come from many miles by donkey, by boat, just for the opportunity. And to just sort of have to say, I'm sorry, maybe next year, it's tough.
Plastic surgeon Phil Strother is the team leader. It's his job to say yay or nay, who can be helped, who can't. Sometimes it's heartbreaking. This 27-year-old man has a rare congenital condition called a neurofibroma. It may have turned cancerous. The doctors ask for a biopsy.
Okay. Did she go to school?
14-year-old Julia Chacin was badly burned by gasoline. That's not uncommon in countries like Ecuador, where people still use gas or kerosene to cook with and to heat their homes. Children like Julia are why Dr. Norm Scott keeps coming back.
In the States, the kids get surgery right away. There's just no question everybody gets a surgery. In these countries, it's It's just the opposite. And you really feel you can change their life. You can help change their life and give them a chance.
A chance to live a normal life without the stares and stigma of looking different. That's what Operation Smile is all about. In Santo Domingo, Ecuador, I'm Cynthia Smoot, Fox 8, the Piedmont News Channel.
The biopsy on the man with a terrible facial deformity came back positive. He's been referred to cancer specialists for help, but the doctors were able to operate on 102 people, mostly children with